Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show raises the bar for other motorsport enthusiasts. Holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a good person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. And today we're going to be diving into how social media can either be a tool that propels you forward or a trap that keeps you stagnant. You see, we'll also cover how you can really just take control of your social media feed and then use it to fuel your personal growth instead of it letting control you. Like we're all guilty of that, and I've been there and I see my friends in it and sometimes I see my wife in it, right? And and I'm still human, sometimes I still give into it, but now I'm so conscious of it and I'm so focused excuse me, and I'm so intentional about making sure that my feed and my social media is serving me in the ways that I want it to. Because it's so easy to get trapped in it. It's so easy to just keep scrolling. It's so easy to get, like, they do such a good fucking job at grabbing your attention that all it takes is one or two or three, like, little clicks on a video here, or a picture or whatever, and then the algorithm starts feeding you all that, and then before you know it, your feed turns in from growth oriented content into passive time content, which is just really content that doesn't have no fucking purpose for you, that doesn't help you grow, that all it does is trying to sit there and grab your attention and kill your time, right? But we need to be productive. We need to use it to our benefit, right? You need to be able to notice when it happens, because so many times, man, like I said, I'm guilty of it too. Like you sit there and you're scrolling, especially like if you're in, if you're in the bathroom taking a shit or whatever, you're there on social media, right? You're scrolling and you find one video, oh, this was good, this catches my attention, and you give into another one, and another one, and before you know it, you're like, yo, what the fuck? I've been in here for 20 minutes already? Nah. So, it's important for us to really grab hold of our attention and to be intentional in what we're feeding our minds, because 20 minutes of mindless scrolling of fucking bullshit that doesn't really serve your life, man, that sucks. But if you get trapped on 20 minutes of things that will help you grow, things that will feed your mind, things that will make you a better man, that will help you grow your relationships, that will, help your fitness, your health, like things like that, then, use it to your advantage, my friend. You see, the algorithm is working, and it always is working, right? But is it working for you, or is it working against you? That is what you really need to just analyze for yourself, right? You see, the social media algorithms, they're designed to give you more of what you engage with, right? And so everything that you engage with, like every like that you do, every share that you do, every comment that you post, like it teaches the platform what you want to see. And if you're constantly liking and sharing and commenting on all the bullshit that really serves no purpose towards your betterment, towards your growth, towards your future, towards the thing that you really want in your life, then you're just teaching the algorithm to feed you the fucking meaningless bullshit, right? And the crazy part is that we are the ones that are showing the algorithm what it needs to show us, right? And the problem is that we're human nature, right? You want to be entertained, you want to be passive time. Like social media for a lot of people is a numbing activity, right? Like they want to pull away. They want to, like, oh, I'm going too much stress in my life. Oh, something is fucking falling apart, and they just turn to the phone and try to numb themselves and sedate themselves through social media. It really becomes addictive, right? And so the question here really is for you is, are you feeding the algorithm, or is the algorithm feeding you with distractions? Right? You want to, like, engage with motivational content. You want to engage with, like, business insights. You want to engage with, like, fitness tips. You want to engage your feed with things that reflect the man that you want to be, right? Like, and of course, some motorsport content in there too, right? Because that's that. You look at my feed and it's gonna be, motivational content, inspirational content, business insight, fitness tips, relationships, fatherhood, getting ahead. And then, of course, you're going to see some cars, you're going to see some motorcycles, you're going to see some boats, you're going to see some more sport content in relation to all the other stuff that I feed it, right? And I constantly guide and teach the algorithm what I want to see. And the minute that it starts showing me something that I don't want to see, I just click the fucking button, the little three dots, and I go, not interested, not interested, not interested, right? But it takes some discipline for you to do that, right? On the other hand, right, if you constantly watch mindlessly, just entertaining yourself with negativity, with bullshit, with things that flood your mind with, like things that don't need to really be there, right? Like that is more of what you'll see, right? And it's crazy, like I'll share this as men, right? Like it's so easy, like you see a good-looking woman on there, whatever. You're like, oh, you click on it, and then it's fucking crazy how this shit is. You click on it, like, oh, okay, that girl is hot, whatever, and then you click back out, and then when you refresh your feed, bam, it throws a whole mess of women on there, and you're like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I just clicked this one, but then the crazy part about it, and I don't even know if they do it on purpose. I fucking really think they do it on purpose. You go and you click one inspirational comment or one inspirational quote or a business insight or something, and it doesn't give you the same feedback. It takes you more of that content to be able to teach the algorithm that's what you want to feed. But the minute that you click some bullshit, the minute that you click some things that are not going to help you like thrive as a man, as a leader, as a fucking the role model that you want to be for your household, it's the minute that it fucking sends you all that shit back to back to back to back to back, which is fucking nuts, right? And so this is why it's important for really start purposefully interacting with the content that aligns with the goals, with the man that you want to be, right? Like I always say this, and it's a fucking, I don't know who said it, but I live by this. Like set goals so big that you can't achieve them until you become the man who can, right? And so with my relationship, I want my relationship to be on fire, right? And so the crazy part about it is my woman, she was never really jealous. She's never really what, like we're out going about and she sees like a hot girl with her. She's like, yo, look, check that girl out, which is crazy, right? Like a lot of men are like, yo, I wish my wife was like that, right? And so for a long time, back in a couple years back, like my social media feed was like, hot girls and this and that, and because she wouldn't say anything. But then I started really looking. I was like, yo, what is this fucking really doing? What is this teaching me? What is this serving a better purpose? And it really isn't. It really doing shit, right? Like I want to be a better man. I want to be a better husband. I want to, hopefully be a fucking badass father. Like all these things. So now I curate my content so that aligns with the goals, with the morals, with the principles, with the integrity of the man that I'm working on becoming, right? And so it takes you unfollowing all those fucking distractions. It takes you, hitting not interested multiple fucking times, even though it fucking might be a good looking ass chick. You gotta fucking hit a not interested. You gotta unfollow all that shit, right? You gotta really transition into things that will inspire you to become a better fucking man, right? Like treat your social media like a personal development dashboard, not like a dashboard that just fucking you go and try to numb and hide from the world out of. Like, no, man, that's not going to become your best version of yourself. That's not going to become a leader. That's not going to become a role model. Like, ain't no worse feeling. And I could say this because that ain't me anymore, right? But I used to be like, I had a fucking privacy protector screen on my shit, and like all this, like, oh, you never catch me, like whatever. And it's funny, but now like I always like look around and see what people's feet are, and sure enough, all it takes is ain't no easier way to find a distracted man, especially a married man, when you see he has a ring on his finger. You look at his feet and it's all women, it's all women, it's all women. You're like, oh, this guy's relationship is not doing good, right? And so key things like that really are indicators of the man that you're trying to be, right? Even if it's unintentionally, this guy might want to be a fucking better man, he want to be a better husband or whatever, but he ain't fucking curating his content in order to align himself with the man that he really wants to be. So question yourself, right? Is your shit reflect on that or is it not, right? And so what do you do to create the feed that you need to grow into the best version of yourself? Right? Like, what is it that you need to do, right? Like, well, really it's simple, and it's simple, but it's a simple task. But I will say that it's not simple to execute because it takes discipline. Because you're gonna literally put not interested on things that typically will, heighten your emotions, right? Like you got to be able to create a growth oriented feed, right? Like think of your feed as like your personal mentorship program, right? So when you open it, you want to be able to choose who speaks into your life every day. Not like when you open it first thing in the morning and it's like, oh, bullshit that doesn't serve you, fucking trash talk, the bad, the news, all this fucking cheese mess and like all the fucking girls and all this shit. Like, bro, that's not gonna serve the better version of you, man, right? And so you really got to curate and choose who's going to speak to you on an everyday basis, right? And so the steps really to take control is first and foremost is start following high value creators, right? In areas that matter to you, right? Like your mindset, your business, your health, your relationship, your motorsports, like things that you're passionate about, right? Like things that you want to become better at. Like, if you want to become a better father, then fucking there's a lot of fucking good pages that teach you how to become a better father. If you want to become a better employee, there's a lot of shit that teach you about business, right? If you want to become a better health and be more slow or whatever the fuck may be, there's fucking tons of pages of that, right? Like it's funny. I just had like I was looking at my feed this morning, and are you will see a lot of muscle ups there because that's a fucking thing that I'm trying to learn. That's fucking tough. It's hard. I still can't do a fucking muscle up. And on my feed, it's like fucking motivational content, business content, relationships, health, all this stuff, motorsports, bikes, muscle ups, muscle ups, muscle ups. And lately, I've been looking for a lot of techniques to do muscle ups because that's fucking what I'm trying to do. And so you literally curate the content and follow the high value creators of what areas that you want to be put in your life, right? And then the one really that's important right after that one is really to unfollow and mute all the negativity, all the fucking drama, all the time wasting content. Unfollow that shit. And when it pops up on the feed or whatever, hit the three dots and be like, I'm not interested, not interested, not interested, not interested. Train the fucking algorithm of what you want to see on your social media feed, right? And another thing you could do is you could join communities. You can follow hashtags related to your goals. Like I follow a lot of mindset hashtags. A lot of you see on there like ZR1 hashtags because I love ZR1s. A lot of things are muscle up hashtags. A lot of fitness hashtags. A lot of business hashtags. Like, bro, things that will really align with the fucking things that you want to see, right? Like if your goal is financial growth, right? Then you're going to be following guys like Alex Hormozy or maybe Patrick Bet David instead of wasting time on viral clickbait content that doesn't serve the better version of you, right? You want to make every scroll session literally an opportunity for you to learn, for you to evolve, for you to grow. This over the long term is what's gonna fucking help you evolve. This over the long term is what you're gonna be able to look at your peers, look to the side and be like, these motherfuckers ain't catching me, right? Because when you show up and you do this daily and day and day and day and day in and day out and day and day out, you're gonna start getting ahead. You're gonna start leading these people. They're gonna start looking at you and be like, yo, what the fuck is this guy doing? All you're doing is the unsexy task every fucking day, right? You're just showing up for yourself every day. But when you put time to it, that's when it separates those who are doing this shit from those who are not doing this shit, right? Because you're literally like your environment shapes your thinking, right? And so in the digital world, like we're talking about right here, your feed is your environment, right? And so what you want to do is you want to make it work for you and not against you, man. Like it's so easy to get consumed into the meaningless clickbait bullshit, right? But you gotta be strong. You gotta fucking be mentally tough and curate what you want to fucking see, right? And then one of the last topics here that I want to cover about this is that really that you want to be able to create more than you consume, right? Like use social media as a tool, not as a trap. Like, are you a consumer or are you a producer, right? And you don't have to be like a guy who puts out content all the time, right? But you could use social media as an avenue to teach others what you've learned. And ain't no better avenue to be able to process the information that you're learning, right? As a way to teach others, right? You just take it in differently, right? Knowing that you have to read something that you want to evolve on. So if you want to make more money, you're gonna read on a subject and you're gonna go share it. And I promise you that because you share that, you're gonna intake more of that information, right? And so social media can drain time and can drain your attention, but only if you let it, right? You see the difference between those who get lost in it and those who leverage it is your intention, my friend. So what is your intention, right? I want you to hear my intention for you today is really for you to shift from a consumer to a creator, right? Instead of endlessly scrolling all the time, post about your progress, post about your lessons, post about your insights, post about what's good in your life, post about what's going on. Like it's social media. Let's get fucking social instead of letting it trap us into all this mindless scrolling, right? Engage in conversations with like-minded people who can push you forward, right? It's so funny that Man, you put some negative bullshit on there, so bro, some just whack ass shit that it's time wasting thing that doesn't help no one grow, and you fucking filled with comments, right? But then you put something that helps a man get better, that helps a man get more money, that helps a man become more driven, and it's like, it doesn't blow up that fast, right? It's crazy because the audience, the society feeds all this negative bullshit. So if you want to keep going in that direction, know that you're gonna be just like everyone else. But if you want to be different, if you want to be strong, if you want to be fucking a high achiever, if you want to be a role model to your family, then you know you gotta go in the fucking different direction, right? You gotta be able to set time limits for your social media use, right? This one's a good one, right? Because it's so easy to get caught just scrolling, and the time goes by fast, right? 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes there, another 10 minutes throughout the day. You look and you're like, yo, I fucking gave social media like an hour and a half today. Sometimes 2 hours. You're like, yo, what the fuck? Fuck that shit. You know what you could be doing with those 2 hours of your life, right? You could be spending with family time. You could be fucking definitely go get in a workout in 2 hours. You could do a workout. You could meditate. You can pray. You could journal. You can get ahead. You could study some material that's gonna get you the next raise. Man, there's so many fucking things. You could go ride your motorcycle. You could go fucking work on your car. You could fucking so many things that you could do within those 2 hours instead of just mindlessly fucking scrolling. All that time adds up, man. And so instead of watching others win, start sharing your own journey, right? Like whether it's in your fitness journey, in your business journey, in your personal growth journey, in your relationship journey, whatever it is, like, become a winner too. Share the progress that's going on. I promise you that there's someone out there that can benefit from the things that you're going through. See, I've learned that, right? And I've learned that by documenting my progress. I've learned by documenting the things that are going on. And the crazy thing about it is that when you start documenting your progress, it creates accountability and it attracts opportunities in your life, right? Like, because people see your growth, because people see you're showing up, because people see that you're evolving, they start seeing it. Yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, yo, like they start asking you, like, yo, what is it that changed? Oh, how is it that you evolved? Oh, how is it that you've grown so much, right? Like, and it's all because you're sharing your progress, you're documenting it, and when you document it, you create accountability for yourself because you start showing up on a daily basis, right? You start being intentional, right? And be intentional with this, right? If social media isn't moving you forward, the reality is that it's holding you back. So which one is it gonna be for you, my friend? You fucking decide, right? And so my question here that I'm gonna leave you with, right? It's really a simple one, right? Is the content on your feed helping you grow, or is it wasting your time? Right? And then my challenge for you for this episode is to audit your feed. I want you to audit your feed. Go through it. Intentionally go through it. And if you take a little paper and write down what you fucking see, because you're gonna see categories. If you be able to zoom out, not literally on the app, but you're gonna zoom out from what the categories that you're seeing, whether it be cars, motivational content, fitness content. A lot of fucking guys will look at fucking porn, all this shit. Like, it's crazy because it's so fucking. It just fucking it gets me like, because I just fell into that trap before a long time ago, and now that shit is not what I allow. And when I see other men doing it, I'm like, yo, gotta get that shit out. Gotta get that shit out. It's poison for your fucking mind, right? And so audit. I want you to audit your feed, right? And really start seeing the categories that are there, and you know if there's not something that interests you, start fucking hitting. I'm not interested. Not interested. Stop unfollowing. Start unfollowing people that aren't fucking involved with what you want to be, right? Spend My challenge here is that I want you to spend the week curating a feed that builds you up instead of pulling you down, my friend. Like, commit to using social media as a tool for success, not a distraction from it, right? And then, really, the biggest key takeaway that I can share with you for this episode is that you can either mindlessly scroll or you can strategically grow. The choice is yours, my friend. Let's fucking get it. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground, and I'm calling all the motorsport enthusiasts who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back, and let's become the badass motherfuckers that we're all meant to be. Breaking the stereotype is exactly what we're here to do. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others level up is the mission that God has tasked us with. By any chance you still haven't subscribed yet, man, go ahead and smash that button so you never miss another episode. And if you connected with today's message, if you resonated with today's message, if you had some of the issues with this, man, do me a favor and go ahead and post this on your story so I can help you hold you accountable to getting better, my friend. Make sure you tag me at Wide Open Randy, because those are the actions that really help more gearheads to see and hear about this podcast. And ultimately, man, that's really how our community grows. Catch up with you on the next episode. But till then, live your life wide open, my friend. Peace.